Rod here, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to test out my Coleman dual fuel 533 single burner stove. I've had it for a couple months and I just used it on my recent Killarney winter camping trip. I'm really happy with it. I'm not sponsored by Coleman. I don't get any endorsements. I just wanted to test it out in really cold temperatures just to see how it'll light and how long it'll take to heat up a liter of water. So this is the fuel that I'm using. It's Coleman camp fuel. It's Naphtha. I got it from Canadian Tire, and the current price in Canadian dollars is $32.99. The stove comes with a filter funnel for when you fill it. So if you notice inside, there's a filter so it'll get out impurities and things like that. So the stove's been outside all night. It's been sitting there. Now look at it, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and it's almost minus 21. So that's been sitting there. Let's see how easily this is going to light. So the stove is really easy to operate. You fill it here. As I said, you can use the filter. It is already full, so I stored it all. It was outside last night with full of fuel. I also pumped it before I put it outside, but it was warm at the time. So I'm going to pump it. And then this is just the on-off heat select. By the way, this is a 9500 BTU stove. So my Big Buddy heater at medium, that's 9000 BTU. So this is 9500 BTU at full blast. So you turn this counterclockwise until it releases and then pump it up. Whoa, this is really cold on my fingers. Oh, you have to keep your thumb or finger over this little hole and the end to give it pressure. This is not easy considering how cold it is. Oh. Look at how white my fingertips are. Okay, let's see if it's going to light. Boy, that took a little bit. Wow, looks like I'm going to have to give it another pump. Yeah, that's what it is. Now when you first light it, you turn it up all the way. And as it starts to warm up, this orangey flame will be replaced by the blue. The colder it is, the longer it takes. Well, it's almost minus 22 outside. Now let's see if I should pump it, or can I pump it while it's actually lit. Yes, you can, you just have to be careful. Okay, there we go. So I have a liter of water in the little kettle, and it came out of my sink at the coldest temperature. It was about 6 degrees Celsius. So it's going to go from 6 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees to a boil. We're going to see how long it's going to take. Now really you shouldn't be keeping your stove in the complete cold. You should have it inside your tent, off the cold ground. I mean, when I was in Killarney, I think I maintained a temperature of about 7 degrees inside the tent at night. So that's the reason why this was a little bit difficult to start. But it seems like you really have to pump it well, and the first time you light it, it seems to go through that pressure pretty quick, so you have to re-prime it or re-pump it. But once it gets going, again, because it's so cold, it takes a little while. It takes a bit longer to go from the orangey flame to the blue hot flame. But once it gets going, I mean, it's just raring right now, and the fuel is still, you know, probably at minus 20 degrees in the bottom of the tank. So. This is my workroom at the back of the house. It's unheated. So although it's not quite minus 20, it's pretty cold, and I'm gonna say it's probably minus 14 or minus 15 in this room, where outside it's a proper, I think it was like minus 22 when I brought the thermometer inside, and it was still actually going down a little bit. Oh, I see steam coming out. Look at that, not quite boiling yet. But we're not even on 5 minutes. Not quite a rolling boil. Come on, there we go. Look at that. 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Well, you certainly can't complain about that. 1 liter of water in just over 5 minutes at minus 20 degrees Celsius. I'm pretty happy with the stove. It's not a cheap stove. It was almost $200 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. But if it does this at these temperatures, you know, time will tell how it lasts and how everything works out, but so far I am quite happy with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me, and until I see you again, take care now.